Hello, this is Kim Butler. Today's money myth is that you should max out your 401k. That's MAX. Could be 401k, could be 403b, but the essence of this is that the best place in the whole wide world for your money is this box called a 401k, and you should put as much in it as possible. So the challenge here is that everybody is talking about this, whether it's the government, whether it's the financial service providers, whether it's the guy next to you in the cubicle or down on the ramp or wherever it is. Everybody is maxing out their 401k, MAX. People that completely focus on their 401k plans or their retirement plans, and that's the only place where money is going, tend not to have money anywhere else. In other words, they're fully focused on investing and they're not saving anything for liquidity, for emergencies, for opportunities, or any other thing other than this delayed environment called retirement. So maxing out your 401k is a myth because it leaves you unable to take advantage of opportunities or solve emergencies. And the statistics are crazy high about the number of people that leave an employer and cash in said 401k or 403b plan, paying penalties and taxes. Now, the taxes are not going to be avoided, they're going to be deferred, but still the paying of a penalty happens because you have no savings, no liquidity, no emergency/opportunity money. So the better solution to this environment, instead of maxing out your 401k, is to contribute only up to the match level, MATCH. So most companies offer a match, not all, and so if you don't have a match at all, then I think you have to question whether you should have dollars going into the 401k. We'll talk about that in a minute. But for those that do have a match, if the company is going to match your dollars, say 50% of your income up to 4% or 6% or whatever the match is, then I am supportive of contributing the dollars up to the match level, MATCH, but not up to the max level, MAX. Now, what if your company's not matching? Then you really have to take a look at your own discipline, because one of the positives of 401ks is that you get self-imposed discipline because those dollars are stuck inside that 401k plan. Well, if you have good discipline, you don't need self-imposed from the plan. You can just self-impose your own discipline and save dollars that can go into something that you could get at, but is not locked up till 59 and a half like 401ks and 403bs are. The other issue is the taxation. A lot of people are doing the maximum into 401ks and 403bs because the tax deductibility of those contributions today. The challenge with that is they are fully taxable down the road when we take them out. Now, when 401ks were started, that worked fairly well because tax rates were fairly high at the time, and it was very, very common that you would be in a lower tax bracket because taxes were going down and you might actually have lower income when you took the money out. So you were putting the money in and getting a tax deduction on the high side, taking it out on the low side. But as we record this in 2016, most people think that taxes are going up. So here you are in your 401k getting a deduction in what could be a low tax bracket environment to potentially take it out fully taxable in a high tax environment. And this is obviously not a good strategy. So if you believe that taxes are going up and you do not have a match on your 401k, then you are probably better off not contributing to the 401k at all. If you have a match, you might contribute just up to that level, even if you do think that taxes are going up, just because of the access to that match. One additional challenge within this 401k and 403b environment is your investment choices, because typically your employer is going to offer maybe 10 or 20 different mutual funds. Some of them might be target date funds, which we have real challenges with. But regardless, you're limited. You only get to pick for the account those funds that are available to you. And then, of course, if your employer switches their provider, then you have to switch also, even if you didn't want to sell your mutual funds at that point in time. And really who the 401k and 403b plans benefit is the government, who actually ends up potentially getting more taxes, and the financial service providers, who get so many of the fees. It amazes me how many clients have said, I don't want to take money out of that 401k plan because I'll have to pay taxes. So they leave it in, which means the account's growing, which means the fees are growing. And this idea that we're going to be in a, quote, lower tax bracket at retirement means that we don't have as much money during our retirement years as we do during our working years. That's not a good goal. That's not something that we should be seeking. And yet this idea has been perpetuated to make us think that being in a lower tax bracket at retirement is a good thing. It's not a good thing if it also means lower income.